Hey everyone, and welcome back to Magic Chats. Today we are going to continue our discussion about the reseller transformation to a service-centric or MSP model. And our focus today will be the traditional IT distribution model and the pressure it's under. As you know, I recently attended Ultimate Partner Live in Redmond, and wow, there were so many thought-provoking topics discussed. The future of the channel, the rise of the marketplaces, the incredible impact of AI. It really got me thinking. This, and particularly a presentation I saw showcasing a new distribution model by Pax8. That really captured my attention. In fact, right after coming back home, I booked my flight to Denver for Pax8 Beyond conference, and I'll be there from June 8th to June 10th. I'm heading there to learn about their approach firsthand, and I'd love to get your thoughts as I prepare for the event. So I really appreciate all the comments and questions and direct messages, likes, whatever information you want to share with me as I'm talking about the concept. So let's unpack why the long-standing IT distribution model is facing serious challenges and what new approaches, like the one Pax8 champions, might mean for the future, especially for all you resellers looking to become MSPs. So what does the traditional IT distribution model actually look like? For decades, it's been a pretty straightforward linear chain. Vendors create products, distributors handle logistics, stocking, and financing, and the resellers then sell those products to end users and businesses. Simple, right? Well, it was, but now several factors are causing the core value these traditional distributors offer to frankly evaporate. So why is the value proposition of traditional distributors shrinking so dramatically? It's because their fundamental roles are being seriously eroded. First up, logistics is no longer king. With many vendors now offering drop shipping directly to customers, a key historical differentiator for distributors is fading. It used to be a massive undertaking to manage the complexities of getting products from A to B, but that heavy lifting is becoming less of a unique monetizable value point. Then there is massive shift towards cloud services and software as a service. And this fundamentally means that there is less need for physical stock and all the associated inventory management that distributors traditionally handle. When software is downloaded and the services are provisioned digitally, the need for warehouses full of boxes just diminishes significantly. And finally, let's talk about the evolving role of credit assessment. This is a big one. In past, with hardware sales, distributors played a crucial role in managing credit risk. If a customer or partner didn't pay after equipment was delivered, the vendor faced a real problem recovering assets of value, and the distributor often absorbed that risk. But today, with subscription models like think about M365 license, if a customer defaults, the license can simply be switched off. And this significantly lowers the financial risk for vendors, making the distributor's traditional role in credit assessment far less critical than it once was. Now, because the core value proposition of the distributor is diminishing, it directly impacts their margins. But the story doesn't stop there. The vendors themselves, especially those in traditional hardware and software, are facing their own squeeze. The products are becoming increasingly commoditized. Think about it. Less differentiation in hardware often means less perceived value, which in turn means shrinking margins for the vendors themselves. And what happens when vendors have less margin? They have less money for marketing budgets to support the channel and less profit to share overall with the channel. That means the entire system is under massive pressure from two angles. Distributors are offering less unique value in this traditional sense, and there's simultaneously less money and less inherent product value flowing through the system from vendors. It's a classic double whammy, a real pincer movement on profitability for everyone involved in that traditional, that old model. Faced with these pressures, many distributors have turned to cloud marketplaces as a potential solution. And yes, on the surface, these marketplaces can lower operational costs for a distributor when it comes to reselling licenses. But there is a critical question: if it's just a commodity marketplace for license transactions, how much additional sustainable value is really being created? For vendors who can easily build their own marketplaces, even the value of a third-party commodity marketplace might be shrinking. Personally, I'm not convinced this is a viable long-term standalone solution for distributors. It feels like some are pushing back on this purely transactional approach, trying to find ways to add more meaningful value. What do you think? Is the traditional model truly under this kind of a dual pressure? And are these marketplaces in their simplest form the answer we are looking for, or are they just a temporary stopgap? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. So if the old model is creaking under the strain, what's emerging to take its place? Well, enter the managed service provider, or MSP. This model is all about subscription-based services and recurring revenue, a stark contrast to the transactional product-based approach of traditional distribution. And believe me, the momentum behind the MSP model is undeniable. Firstly, customers demand outcomes. Businesses today, especially SMBs, are less interested in owning and managing complex IT infrastructure themselves. They want outcomes. They want their technology to just work, to be secure, and to actively support their business goals without them needing to become IT experts. MSPs deliver precisely this, proactively managing IT environments. Secondly, there's the crucial topic of profitability and predictable revenue. For channel partners, the MSP model offers the potential for significantly better and more sustainable profit margins compared to simple hardware or resell or software resell. And more importantly, it creates a predictable recurring revenue stream. That kind of financial stability is incredibly attractive, especially when project-based work can often feel like a roller coaster of business. And finally, specialization and scalability. The MSP model allows providers to specialize in certain high-value areas like cybersecurity, specific cloud services, or even particular vertical markets, and then scale their services efficiently using standardized tools and processes. The shift towards an MSP model is absolutely crucial, and it's happening globally. The industry is moving decisively towards services, solutions, and recurring revenue. So for traditional resellers, ignoring this trend, this is becoming increasingly risky. The core conversation is no longer just about what you sell, but how you deliver ongoing measurable value. Now, this is where things get really interesting for me, especially building on what I learned at the Ultimate Partner Live and why I'm heading to Denver. Companies like Pax8 are actively challenging that traditional distribution model. From what I've gathered so far, and remember, I'm going to Pax8 Beyond to really dig in and understand their model much better, they operate quite differently. Pax8 positions itself as a marketplace first, not a traditional distributor, and they seem to be leaning heavily into supporting MSPs to navigate the complexities of the cloud and increasingly AI. This really echoes many of the marketplace movement for the entire ecosystem. Instead of a traditional buy stock sell physical product model, Pax8 operates as a cloud e-commerce marketplace. It's born in the cloud, and its primary focus seems to be on enabling MSPs to efficiently buy, sell, and manage a whole suite of cloud solutions. This isn't just about giving access to products, it's about fostering an ecosystem designed from the ground up for the modern MSPs. And here's what seems to set them apart, and what I'm keen to explore further at Pax8 Beyond. First of all, deep MSP centricity and SMB focus. Their entire platform, their tools, that support structure, everything appears to be architected with the MSP in mind, particularly those serving the small to medium businesses market. Pax8 really prides itself on championing this often underserved yet vast market segment, the one that I have so much passion for. This is a significant distinction from traditional distributors who often have to cater to a much broader and sometimes conflicting array of partner types. Secondly, simplified cloud journey via the true marketplace. They consistently stress being a marketplace first, specifically designed to cut through the complexity of the cloud. This translates to a unified platform when MSPs can discover solutions, manage their clients, automate provisioning, and consolidate billing. For any MSP out there who has juggled multiple vendor portals, this promise of simplification is a huge draw. I'm very interested to see how this commerce meet fulfillment model they describe really plays out in practice for partners. And thirdly, a value-added ecosystem, the one that I probably should have placed as the number one, because they are not focused on just the transactions. That's the important element, in my opinion, but we'll see. It's clearly not just about reselling licenses at the lowest possible price. Pax8 appears to invest heavily in education through its Pax8 Academy and fosters a strong sense of community through peer groups and events, and provide robust support. The core idea seems to be empowering MSPs to build their own value-added services and grow their overall business, rather than just being a conduit for licenses. I am really looking forward to diving deeper into these aspects at Pax8 Beyond, and my goal is to see how this model could potentially practically empower resellers in the transformation to becoming successful MSPs, and how it truly differs from just a standard traditional marketplace. What are your initial thoughts on this kind of marketplace first model? If you've worked with Pax8 or similar platforms, what has your experience been like? And thinking about this shift, what specific questions do you think I should be asking at the Pax8 conference to truly understand how this benefits resellers aiming to move to the MSP model? Let me know in the comments or direct messages. I'm looking forward to them. So, as we have discussed, the traditional IT distribution model is under significant pressure. The MSP model, with its focus on services and recurring revenue, is clearly the direction the market is heading. And innovative companies like Pax8 are offering a distinctly different path forward, especially for cloud services and for partners looking to truly transform their businesses. Thank you for tuning to Magic Chats today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more insights into the ever-changing tech industry, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Your future self will thank you. And I'll definitely will be sharing what I learned from my experiences at Pax8 Beyond in future videos, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, stay curious and keep innovating.